Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and today we're looking at another Turning Tides DLC weapon, this time focusing on the Machinenpistole M1912/P.16 Storm. Catch his name yet, Dice? Really good job. I'll give you a quick lowdown of the stats and then my full review with a guide and tips and tricks on what I found have helped me do well with this weapon. So if you find this video useful or entertaining, make sure you hit that like button before you go. Right, let's get to it. So again, the Turning Tides DLC has produced another new and unique way to play Battlefield 1 with the addition of a very fast firing fully automatic pistol being added to the primary slot of the assault class. Now this isn't an entirely new idea, as with the pilot and tanker classes you can choose to have the from a stop auto in your loadout if you wish, and this is the closest comparison I could find, as the Automatico and shotguns are just a little too different in their archetype. So onto the stats, and here it gets a little confusing. In Battlefield 1 itself, when choosing this weapon, it tells us that it has a fire rate of 900, but on simthic.com, which is where I get all of my BF1 stats from, and I'm more inclined to trust that than what DICE tells us, it says that the Machinenpistole has a fire rate of 1200, which seems far closer to the truth, so that's what we're going to go with. The recoil and spread statistics are so close as makes no difference really. But interestingly, there is only a very slight disadvantage to shooting while moving with the Machinenpistole versus remaining stationary when aiming down sight and when firing from the hip. But that's not what's really important with this weapon. What really matters when it comes to the Machinenpistole is how you play with it. When you're running around with this miniaturized death machine, you need to always aim to be as close as possible. Try to get within the same range you would as the 12 gauge or the Shergren to help guarantee all of your rounds landing. And with the maximum and minimum damage sitting at 23 and 13.5 respectively, you need every single shot to count. Your playstyle needs to be one of shock and awe. Jump out unexpectedly, mow down an enemy and disappear again into the mist as fast as possible. You need to remain unpredictable to be able to gain the ground you need to be really effective. Always be flanking, and if you can't always be flanking, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, sometimes be camping. Ugh. If you can hide behind a bush or a plant pot and wait for your enemy to run by, you'll feel like a sleaze, but they will also be dead, so you know. Similarly, if you can jump out from around the corner and take your enemy unawares, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna win the battle. On a slightly more serious note, the Machinenpistole is almost impossible to compete against up close, aside from if you get hit with a full blast from a shotgun and die instantly. In a one-on-one, it's almost unstoppable. You have the huge luxury of being able to aim down sight or being able to hip fire if you so choose. My top tip is to use every round you have when you fire. Hold down the trigger until all the rounds are gone, as this massively increases the reload time. With this in mind, you'll also want to be pairing it with a secondary that will increase your longevity in a fight. Go for either the C93, the 1903 Hammerless, or the P.08, as these three have 9 rounds in each mag, rather than the standard 8, meaning that if you come up against multiple opponents, you've increased your chances as much as possible. Where this gun really suffers is at range. Anything above 15 meters and you'll have to be very light on the trigger and burst fire to do any damage at all. Not to say that it's impossible, it's just quite difficult, and you need a fair amount of luck to pick up a kill at any sort of range. Overall, it was a lot of fun to use, but if you want to run and gun in this way, you'll have a greater chance of staying alive longer with a shotty. Although even those have become a struggle to use recently. If you want more info on that, go to my friend Get Good Guy's channel, which I'll leave a link to in the description, as he made a video on the recent shotgun issues yesterday. I personally hated the Machinenpistole for quite a while when getting footage, as I just couldn't get it to work for me, but after adjusting my playstyle, it actually turned out to be a lot of fun. I was picking up a lot of kills in every game I played, and along with that quite a few deaths too, but the sheer heart racing madness of getting close enough to touch someone before you pull the trigger made for a very exciting run of games. Unfortunately, because you can only realistically fight against one opponent at a time, the Machinenpistole doesn't really have much longevity to it, and if you do come up against it, all you need to do is stay out of its effective range and calmly pick your target off while they bob and weave. But that's just what I think. What do you guys make of the Machinenpistole M1912/P.16 Storm? Still the longest name ever. Let me know down in the comments below. So if you had a good time, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Feel free to share this video with whoever and wherever you like, and until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.